Good afternoon, all. Camelback Trading 2724 and the pitfuturestrading.com. Coming to you this Tuesday afternoon, February 4th. And the Bulls with a tremendous start to the day. Gap higher. Never really look back. We go out with a fairly large gap. However, ends as a P shape. To me, is short covering. Volume is going to be under average by the end of after hours tonight in the SPY. We had a chance in the SPY for 3 sets of single prints today for a trend day. They all failed. We end 10 wide. Inside day up worked like a charm. Unfortunately for me, it gapped way too high for me to get involved on the long side. And the gap, like I said, held. So here's yesterday. Right, so after Friday when we had that big down day, I had a really nice day yesterday and an inside day. We said whichever way we come out of it, we're going to get some decent distance. I didn't think we'd come out of it with a gap that large because it never really gave me a chance to get long. The one time frame I should have got long and I did not was B. Right, I didn't do anything. I actually shorted. I scalped shorts. So to tell you what I did today, for the most part, I scalped shorts, which all worked out. I went long in I period, which worked out. I took one long late in M period, which basically scratched. Once it really flushed out, I thought maybe we'd get something back, but we really didn't, so I scratched on it. The one trade I should have done, 2 trades that I didn't do, one my fault, one I was on the phone. The one in B, I was waiting for it to get back to around the opening. We missed the opening by about 21 cents. I got a little picky, so I never got on board. That would have been a really nice trade as far as a long. The other one that I missed was in K period. I was on the phone. We had that ledge. We finally popped it and came right back in. That would have been a nice trade in K and L. But it was still a good day overall. Made money on every scalp short I took. I made money. And on the one long. Now, why did I short rather than long? Well, for a couple of reasons. Like I said, yes, we did get above last week's high. There's no doubt we did that. But the thing that kept me from really wanting to be long is I really thought, we're up over 1.5 to 1.75% most of the day. That's number one. Number two, we were getting close to the trend day from the 24th, which I thought would certainly be a speed bump with 4 sets of single prints, which it was. We filled one, got into the second one a little bit, and then rolled over. So the higher we went, I thought the risk reward was actually better on the short side, and that's why I scalped shorts. That's the reason I did it, and it worked out well. If we ended up having single prints that started holding, then that would have changed the tune, right? But it didn't. All right, destinations. And again, our destinations, once again, because of these ranges and this volatility we're getting, are far and wide, which makes it for very, very nice trading. So for the upside, first one, we close now at 329.06. First destination will be the 10 wide at 329.55. Then we have today's high of 330.01. Then we have the single prints. They now start at 330.02 and get filled at 37 cents on the 24th. The third set, very small, 330.81 get filled at 83. And the fourth set, 331.56 get filled at 75 from the 24th. And then we have the highest accepted price from that day, 332.23. Daily high, 332.53. Monthly high, all-time high of 332.95. Please write those down so you don't have to go over them, since they are our only upside destinations. For the downside, now again, we closed at 329.06. At one point, it looked like the POC would be below where we closed, and we had an afternoon pullback low in H period until M flushed it out. So my first destination now isn't until today's low of 327.72. So a $1.34 away to the downside. And then filling the gap at 326.16, 156-point gap. That's nice. Below that, we have nothing until 324.68, which was 10 wide from yesterday. And then below that, we have nothing to 323.22 daily low and then a weekly low of 320.74. So as well as this market has acted, once again, I'm going to say it, we're starting to have a void and a vacuum to downside pricing. Keep that in mind as we go forward. Right? And I'll show you on the charts. So, monthly, very healthy, right? One time framing up 3 months, not including this month, with the gap. Not even close to coming down to that trend line. Now, different in the weekly. We're still firmly in balance in the weekly. We're still below the trend line. But the one positive we did today is we stopped the one-time framing down. We took out last week's high, and for now, we closed above it. It's only Tuesday. So they're making baby steps to buyers, but still, until we get above this trend line, right? You can't get to the all-time highs till we get above that. So that's something that has to be accomplished by the bulls. Daily, we come out of a balance, right? Inside day, gapped higher, held the gap, never even got to the trend line, but I'm calling it up. The gap is my main focus. So, very important now. Whoever wins, I think obviously the odds are if we take out today's high, then the odds are very good tomorrow that we're going to finally fill that trend day from the 24th and get above the trend line. That's if we get above today's high. If we don't get above today's high and we take out today's low, now that gap is fairly big. I'm not saying it's going to get filled the first time, but it will certainly just put us back into a 7 or 8 day balance if that happens tomorrow. We're still stuck underneath the trend line, but held the 50 like a charm yesterday. 2 days ago on Friday, yesterday, and today. So we're still in undecided territory here. If the bulls have, is that all the bears want to do and they're done? Or is this just last gasp by the bulls trying to reinforce and insert their authority over the bulls? This was a P-shape today. That's short covering. Now, short covering can go on for more than 1 day, as we all know. So it remains to be seen. We obviously have the results of the caucus tonight, I think, at 5 o'clock. You have the State of the Union address tonight, and then you have the impeachment vote tomorrow also. Hope you had a good day trading. Have a great night, and we'll speak prior to the opening tomorrow.